what's going on, guys? War Brothers Collectibles here. So welcome to what is my 600th video on YouTube. And I just wanted to make this video to say a massive thank you to everyone who's supported the channel over the last few years. Anyone who's been watching the videos this year. This has been a great year for me on YouTube. Not only did I reach 1,000 subscribers, which I'm like so grateful for. I've had the opportunity to do a ton of different videos. I started off this year coming back with some kind of like film analysis and then board game reviews. And then this summer I had the absolute best time doing those Jurassic Park Toy Edition videos. I had such an amazing time this summer doing all kinds of videos like that. It was so much fun, and I had an absolute blast. And so yeah, I just wanted to make this video to say thank you so much to everyone who subscribed to the channel and who's been watching the videos over the past year or so. Thank you guys, really do appreciate all the support. And so yeah, there's another section going to be attached to this video with like a voiceover giving a more in-depth kind of look back over 2025. But so yeah, I just wanted to say a quick hello and wish everyone a Merry Christmas, season's greetings, happy holidays, and I wish everyone all the best for 2026. So this year's been a great year for 4K releases, and I just wanted to maybe give my quick opinion on what has been the best 4K that I've purchased this year, which is actually going to be, I've got to give it to Arrow Video's release of Zombie Flesh Eaters. There's a separate review of this, guys, on my channel, an unboxing video and in-depth review. What can I say? This is probably the most stunning 4K that I've seen this year, in my opinion. Arrow Video really did an outstanding job on this, as always they do with all the releases, but this in particular was an absolute great new 4K upgrade, great 4K restoration, and I had the opportunity of sharing it with family members who had never seen this film before, and they had such an amazing time. They really enjoyed this movie, and they were really impressed with the 4K as well. So that was a privilege to show this film to family members who've never seen it before. They had a great time. And I would, again, highly recommend this, that you pick this one up if you're a fan of the genre. I know it's not everyone's taste, it is a particular taste for an Italian zombie horror movie, but it is a really good one. And for me, this has got to be the best 4K of the year that I've personally purchased. I know there's obviously been tons of releases, tons of great ones. The Dollars trilogy was a really amazing standout piece. And I'm really looking forward to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set from Arrow Video that's coming out in the next few days. I've got that on pre-order. Cannot wait to pick that up and see what they've done with the original Turtles trilogy. Really looking forward to that. But for me, Zombie Flesh Eaters is the best 4K of the year for me. What else am I looking forward to before the year is out? Avatar, Fire and Ash, really, super excited to go and see that film. It comes out next week, actually. Really, really looking forward to it. I've rewatched Avatar and Avatar The Way of Water to get myself all, refreshed and all ready for the new film. Big fan of the Avatar films, as you know, on this channel. I adore that series. James Cameron is an absolute genius, in my opinion. Genius filmmaker, master storyteller, and really just such a amazing, innovative creator. His storytelling, his willingness to, like George Lucas did, apply the best available technologies and create new technologies to really complete your vision of this world that you want to show people in your movies. And Pandora, is such an amazing place. Such a visually stunning world, so beautiful. Cannot wait to see what Fire and Ash has to offer. James Cameron, I'm totally supportive. If you want to make more Avatar films, I'm all up for it. I know you're waiting on the box office and reception results of this new film, but always make more Avatar films, in my opinion. They are amazing. And so yeah, please stay tuned for the next part of this video. It's coming up in the next few seconds. And all the best for 2026. Have a great Christmas. Stay safe, guys. And I will see you soon in more videos. As 2025 comes to a close, I can't believe that I've actually reached my 600th video on YouTube. What an amazing, incredible journey that it has been. Since I kind of moved away from the buying and selling and just kind of using YouTube as a promotional platform to, sell my collectibles, in 2024, I was kind of doing that. And when I started to move away from that and make more of the kind of videos that I really wanted to make, like inspired by the videos that I grew up watching on YouTube, like, movie reviews, movie collection videos, 4K collection videos, DVD reviews, toy movies, toy collection videos, tributes to my favorite films, basically all things movies and collectibles. Since I started doing that, I've just become much happier in myself. And I always said from day one that this is just me making the videos that I want to make. And if people want to come along for the journey and they are entertained by my videos and they are entertained by my work on YouTube, then that's amazing. And I'm like eternally grateful for that. So in this video, I just wanted to take a quick look back over the year of 2025 and talk about what's gone on, what's happened, and what I've enjoyed the most about 2025 on YouTube. So back in September of 2024, I actually nearly quit YouTube. I'd been doing videos for nearly half a year at that point, I think, and I made a video that people didn't really seem to like. I received quite a lot of negative comments and feedback and criticism, and I think because I've been doing quite a lot of videos up until that point, I had eventually initially ran out of steam and kind of ran out of ideas and was running dry on content. And I actually didn't return to make another video for quite a while because of that negative experience that I encountered. But you know what? I missed it and I missed doing what I love and decided to come back and just really focus on what I wanted to do, no matter what the naysayers said. So I actually came back in January of 2025. And, I started out with some movie clips and some movie study pieces, and then I moved on to some board game review videos and then more video game gameplay clips of some of my favorite games. And yeah, so I had returned, and I returned doing what I love, and, I haven't looked back since. As my 4K movie collection started to grow, I started doing more of the 4K collection update videos and 4K unboxing and reviews, inspired by all those DVD collector channels that I grew up watching. So a huge shout out to Cool Duda, FK Vlogs, Cinemassacre, and Oliver Harper. I still love doing the 4K collection videos, and I will continue to do that on this channel as they have become such a huge part of who I am and my identity here on YouTube. As many of you guys know on this channel, I grew up watching Jurassic Park, and it's one of my favorite movie franchises. And I grew up building my own parks, out of Lego and Duplo bricks, playing the old PC game Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. And I had always wanted to make my own Jurassic Park toy videos and recreate my favorite scenes from, of course, my favorite movie franchise. So in May of 2025, I actually purchased some of my first Jurassic Park figures and toys and decided to make my first Jurassic Park toy edition video called Jurassic Park Arriving at the Island Toy Edition. Really, it was just a grand experiment to see what I could do, what it would look like, and I ended up having a really good time making that video. So I felt the reception to that video was quite a good one and it was doing quite well. So I decided, right, I can maybe try and do more of them. And I've got to say, I had the best time this summer making and working on those Jurassic Park toy videos. I would finish work and get home, and I'd have planned it all out in my head during the day, the scene I was going to shoot, how I was going to do it, and, always checking the weather to make sure I could just go straight outside and start filming. And by that point, I'd actually bought myself a little tripod, which has been such a godsend, really, and it's been incredibly helpful to do all the videos that I want to make. So getting yourself the essential equipment that you need is really important. And I just love going out every day, filming new scenes, doing new recreations. And I felt like I was getting better and better each time that I was doing one of those videos. And by September 2025, I'd actually finished the final Jurassic Park Toy Edition scene, which was the Tim stuck in the tree. And I've got to say that has actually become my favorite video of all the Jurassic Park videos that I've done. I just think it works so well, and I implemented all the skills and everything that I'd learned over the summer doing the other videos. And I was really sad to see that series come to an end. I had so much fun doing it. I had an absolute blast. But I can always do more Jurassic Park toy videos in the future. Who knows? There's plenty of content and scenes out there that I could recreate. So I'm not ruling it out for the future. I may return and do more Jurassic Park videos. And then I decided to move on to a different Toy Edition series, and I started creating videos based around Indiana Jones, and they were incredibly fun to do, as well as, creating some original Indiana Jones content, not just the content recreating scenes from the movies. I actually did some Indiana Jones videos based on the Bantam Indiana Jones novels, like Indiana Jones and the White Witch, Indiana Jones and the Dinosaur Eggs. They're super fun to expand my imagination, be creative, and make toy edition videos of those books that I enjoyed reading over the past couple of years. Once again, I just want to say a big shout out to everyone that inspires me. All the YouTubers over the years: Cool Duda, FK Vlogs, Cinemassacre, Oliver Harper, Sam for God. All the fellow toy collectors and movie fans out there. Thank you so much. You guys have been such an inspiration, and you really inspired me to start YouTube and keep at YouTube and keep doing it, doing what I love. And George Lucas also continues to be probably my biggest inspiration. He taught me that it's okay to think outside the box, believe in yourself, believe in your ideas, and fight to do what you love and really what you believe in. And it's his real love and his passion for the creative and narrative arts that it does really motivate me and inspire me to continue on this journey. Movies, toys, and collectibles is what I'm all about here at War Brothers Collectibles, and I'm still incredibly passionate about creating content and doing these YouTube videos. I just love to escape into my own little world, my own little space, expand my imagination, create the videos, and express what I love to do. I love discussing films and the film world with all you guys here on YouTube, and I'm just so grateful to everyone that tunes into my channel, to all the new viewers, to all the regular viewers. Thank you so much for all your support over the past couple of years. I'm just so grateful that you're enjoying the content and you continue to support the channel and continue to support what I love to do. So yeah, this was just a look back at 2025 and see how far I've come, what I've enjoyed to do, and here's to the future of 2026. I cannot wait to see what the new year brings. Thank you so much, guys, again for all your continued support, and I will see you very soon in more videos. Take care.